If you have a man in your life, there's lots of variations on this, obviously, but if you come home and you have a husband, let's say, so long-term trusted partner that you love, and let's say that in intimacy, your preference, and everyone has all kinds of preferences, but in intimacy, if your preference is to be able to relax and not have to make all the decisions, because your husband will do that for a little bit, at least. So you come home from work and you're a CEO. Let's say you're both CEOs. It doesn't matter. You come home from your work, you're a CEO, you're directing. If your pleasure would be to tell your husband what to do, and he would do what you said, and that would make you feel like the best you could possibly feel, then you're identified with your masculine, and you want to direct people, that's pleasurable for you, and you want to receive people's energy. If you come home from work, CEO, and you go, done with that, the kind of last thing I want to do now is make a decision, and you see your husband, and basically you want him to kind of sweep you off your feet. You want him to go, hey honey, put that down, come here. And if that would make you go, oh fuck yes, then you're identified with your feminine. You want to feel the deeper pleasure, not to make money, I'm talking about the kind of sexual pleasure, really, we're going to get to that, is to feel that someone else will take responsibility, if only temporarily. I mean, even if that guy's a busboy and you're a CEO, if he knows how to take you and you come home, fine. Like if you could come home after directing people all day and he's masterful at his way of being with you and just loves you, that, you know, you're like, look, I'm really tired. And he goes, I love you when you're tired. Come here. You know, like nothing you do dissuades him. Like if you're identified with your feminine, you would melt. If you are identified with your masculine, that's rape. Just to be clear. So if I'm in my masculine and I come home and someone says, put that down, I want to hug you, that's no. Because I want to be in charge of myself. So the feeling of being with your masculine is being in charge of yourself. The feeling of your being feminine is getting rid of that so you can relax and flow. So the feeling of being in your feminine is the pleasure of trusting someone's direction more than yours in that moment. Doesn't mean all day, doesn't mean at work. So when you come home and if someone says, do this, if you love them to do that, that's ravishment. If they say, do this, and you don't want them to, that's rape. But just to be clear, this is a very sensitive subject. We have 2 days to go into it, but men have been, I don't want to talk too much about men because that's not you, but men have been trained, you know, decent men have been trained not to do that. Men have been trained to stand here and their wife comes home and he goes, you okay? And unless she goes, come here and fuck me and tell me what to do, or something like that, unless she says that, he's liable to go, okay, whatever you want. If you need something, just tell me. I'll be on the other. I mean, he's been trained, don't interfere. I mean, don't rape. Give her space. So men, and this is what I call first, second, and third stage. The first stage is manipulation and rape. The second stage is what all of us have achieved, kind of boring, sexless communication. And the third stage is this sensitivity of when you know you want to relinquish a certain part of their moment to feel it take you. So those stages of saying, no, I don't trust you. You come home from work, don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do, which means I trust myself more than you right now. And definitely don't listen to someone else if you trust yourself more than them. That's self-abuse. So if he tells me to do something and I really don't want to do it, don't do it. But if you come home and he knows exactly what to say, like he goes, do this, and you go, oh, and then you go, oh, no, that's a good man. Like if he knows exactly the thing to say that brings you beyond where you're, raise your hand if you know what I mean. Okay, so you have to be careful because men have been trained not to offer those suggestions because of all kinds of things, and it's good. These are stages. But many men and women, many of you women here, and we'll slow down and get your questions in a bit, you've learned how to say no, hopefully, no. And now you're on the other side of that. I'm not talking about work, of course. Work should always be no. But I'm talking about in intimacy, in the bed specifically. But in intimacy, the play of intimacy is this masculine-feminine play that I've described. So when you're with a sexual partner, let's just say in bed, and both of you are in your feminine, that means both of you are laughing and touching and enjoying, and that's the evening. If both of you are in your masculine, you say something like, you give me head. No, you give me head. No, I'll give it to you. No, you give it to me. No, I did it last time. So you both are trying to tell each other, essentially, that's both of you in your masculine. If one of you is in your masculine and one of you is in your feminine, that means one of you truly, when you relax, loves kind of directing toward pleasure and love. And one of you, when you relax, truly loves not directing, but flowing, dancing, not having to think of everything and tell the other person what to do, especially. So to have good sex, the best sex, the deepest sex, and again, I'm going to unpack all this all day, is you could be two women, two men, man and woman, the woman could do the masculine. It really doesn't matter, and I'll go through all those variations, hopefully, before you leave. One partner needs to go, hey, I want you. And the other partner needs to go, that's what I want, to be wanted. So, in other words, let me show you.